everyone, it's Hani here. Welcome to today's live stream. We are back with a really fun project today, or I'm back with a really fun project today. Before we get started, I just wanted to say hello to all of you. Those of you who missed the last week live stream, we decorated rose cookies, and replay is available in the playlist on YouTube and also on Facebook. Okay, let's go into the comments. Who is here today? Hi, Kathy. Today's project looks very challenging. Well, I'm going to break it down for you, and hopefully after we are done, you're not going to think it's too bad, and you'll be able to recreate it. Hello, Rosana to Brazil. Hello. Finally get to catch a little bit of live. Thank you for being here. Hello. Hey, Katie, how is it going? Yes, it's been a while. Nice to see you. Hello, me. Hi, Sally. Hello. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because we have quite a lot of work ahead of us. But those of you who have any questions, you can just put them in the comment section, and I'm going to get to them as we are decorating. Hi, Linda. Hello, Erica. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for being here, everyone. So first, let me just see if I can bring up my screen really quickly. I wanted to show you the cutters I used. Here we go. Okay, so I actually made a template, and I decided to do the dragon. Did I say that in the beginning? Oh no, I'm like forgetting myself. So today we are making cookies for Chinese New Year, and 2024. It's a year of a dragon. I also wanted to put this up. So these are all the previous years of a dragon. So maybe you'll find your year there. And according to Chinese mythology, dragons, they symbolize strength, and they are intelligent and wise, and they can control flood and wind through their willpower. They're also very benevolent. And so I'm curious if any of you was also born in a year of a dragon. They come in different colors, I believe. So the red symbolizes, luck and good fortune. So I'm doing the red one. Hi, Carolina. Hello. Hi, Jeremy. Long time no see. Happy New Year. I hope you are doing well and ready to conquer 2024. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun. I hope you will recover quickly and that you will be able to get on the slopes also, because knee injury can be serious. Okay, you have to sort this between yourselves. I'm not banning anyone, but I'm glad to see you guys are having fun in the chat. All right, so let me know if anyone was born in these years. I'm just curious if we have any dragons here today. So let me take this off, and I'm going to show you the cutters. Okay. Also, those of you who are new to today's live stream, if you've never been here, you can find all the recipes that I'm using for royal icing and also sugar cookies on my blog, hanielas.com. There's a ticker that you should see that is going across the bottom of the screen. And I go live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And lives are happening on Facebook and YouTube. So you can join on both platforms. If you missed any of the lives, don't worry. They are available in a playlist there on Facebook and YouTube. And you can also actually follow me on Pinterest. I created a Pinterest board where I put all the lives there, so you guys can also check if you missed anything there. Oh, Sally. Okay. Well, Sally, I'm a goat, I think. So I'm a goat. But I think we were over the holidays. We were talking. My sister-in-law, she's a dragon. So we were looking at all the Chinese animals, I guess, the lunar animals or whatever you want to call them. So I think red had some really good qualities, I think. So I don't think you lost there. Okay. Oh, Angie, hello, hello. Oh, wow. Frozen pipes. Oh, that's no good. I hope that you get it sorted out soon. I hope it didn't. Did it burst? Sorry to hear that. Yes, I'm the greatest god of the time of all the time. Yes. Okay, Katie. This is funny. Okay, so great new designs. Hello, Richard. All right, so can you guys see it all? Okay, let me just adjust this. So also, let's see. Yes, and dragons are naturally gifted and naturally very lucky. Wow, such a great personality. But I'm a goat. Hello, Heather from Chattanooga. Hello, hello. So I ended up actually making a template for the head of the. I decided to do dragon as a set of cookies instead of one large cookie. So this is the head of the dragon, and this one is available in a coffee shop. And those of you, again, if you are new, I already uploaded the design there in a coffee shop. And this is also a PDF of the live stream recap, including all the tools that I will be using today, and also recipes to royal icing and my popular cookie recipe. Though all of those are listed there. Let me grab a link for this is a free newsletter. So I'm just going to grab a link quickly and put it in a comment section so you can. Oh, I see a lot of tigers. I wonder what is the tiger's personality. Angie is the year of the monkey. Wow, Susan also has frozen pipes. What's going on? What's the temperature like? I don't know if there is a snake, Jeremy. All right, so this is the template, and as you can see, I kind of laminated it with shipping tape. This is just cardstock, and then I ended up using round cutters. These are with a fluted edge. I used 3 different shapes, and then I also used this cutter for the dragon's feet. This is a small bell cutter. And I also use this teardrop shape, and this is going to be for the tail. So it's a really fun project. And now I'm going to set this aside, and we can get started with the decorating. Okay, so let me remove this screen, and let's break up. Okay, this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the head. So I created a template. Ta-da! My favorite thing to do is making all these templates. It's made out of cardstock, and I cut out all the outline, all the lines with an X-Acto knife. Oh, it's about 19. Ooh, that is cold. So I hope you will get your water bag. It's no fun to be without water. I actually can imagine that. We've had a problem with that in the past. Not here, but when I lived in the States. So now I'm tracing the outlines with edible marker. I'm using yellow marker here. And we're going to use we're going to use red, black. I'm only going to use on this section here, and then on the eye, that's going to be later on. And you want to use about 20-second consistency for the black, 20-25. It's fine because we'll be using it for the eye. So I want to keep it on a thicker side so I don't end up having craters in my icing. And we're going to use red. I'm going to use 3 consistencies of red. So if you plan on making this project, I would suggest that you color your icing ahead of time, especially working with red. It helps to let it rest at least for several hours, and it's best to let it rest overnight, and even for several days if you have time. The color matures and it just darkens as it sits. So for this section here, I'm using 15-second consistency icing, and we're going to outline and flood everything with this icing. As I'm going around the edge here, you can see more icing is coming out. This is simply because I'm squeezing the piping bag in a bit more, so more icing is coming out. Okay, so let's see the questions. So Angie, also freezing. We will warm up. Okay, so hopefully you will get your water bag. Wow, it was minus 20. Our heater died. Well, everybody's having issues with the. It's either the water. I mean, everybody is having issues with the freezing temperatures. Yeah, that's no fun. That's no fun. I can imagine you were covered in blankets, and hopefully you all kept warm and survived the night. Hi, Linda. Okay, you need one of those machines like Cricut. I don't know about you, or you do all the templates. Yes, I know. I do. I do need the Cricut or the Silhouette machine. Yes, I do. But I find it therapeutical, I have to say, to cut my templates. It's actually, I like doing it with an X-Acto knife, but it would probably save me time. And yeah, it's something I need to think about. So now I'm creating the bottom. This is going to be like a fire design or flames. So I started with red, and all of these icing should be about 20-second consistency. These are such a small sections here. And I'm going to move the icing with my scribe tool. I'm moving it from the red into the yellow, not the other way around, to create the flames. You can use any tone red you want. You can use any. I mean, if you look, the colors of the Chinese dragon, they are the red dragon, the yellow and gold, the green, the blue, the white, and there's also black dragon. But I think you could create any color you want. Just yeah, orange tone red. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do that. It will look beautiful if you do that. So now making the eye, again, this icing should be thicker. So I'm using like 20-25-second consistency for the eye. So I started with the white, immediately coming in with the red. And now with the scribe, I'm just going to work on the edges a little bit, move them outwards, and then we can add black pupil in the middle. And then tiny little dot of white icing, that's the reflection, and you just want to place that on the edge of black, like so. And now we have to let this crust, okay? We don't want to add any icing in these areas before it crusts. So now once it's crust, you can start adding, there are 2 red areas that we will do around the mouth. But first, let's do the teeth. So for the teeth, I'm using same white icing, so around 20-25-second consistency. It's the same icing I used for the eyes. Yes, that's why I'm doing the red, because red dragon, luck and good fortune. So that's for the Chinese New Year. But like I said, there are so many different colors you can use for a dragon. Maybe even look up online, and if you want to your color to symbolize something, maybe you need to. I just put in Chinese dragon colors into the search, and all these colors came up. So you may find that useful. So now I'm going to ice this section here. The teeth are crusted. That took maybe 5 minutes for them to crust. And for this section, also use about 20-second consistency, and also for the section around it. Now we can come in with a scrape and smooth the icing so it's even. Oh, sorry to hear that, Katie. I really hope 40 degrees in the house. That's yeah, it's pretty cold. So try to stay warm as much as possible. I hope you have enough blankets. Or maybe a portable heater. Hello, Judy. So now we're going to fill this section. You can see that this icing is not mixing with the section that I just did. This is simply because I let it crust. If you don't let it crust, it will just blend together. Now carefully go around the eye so you don't accidentally cover the whole thing. Yes, Susan, thank you for mentioning that. Chinese New Year is February 10th. So we have plenty of time to, you have plenty of time to make these cookies to celebrate. Hello, hello, Janet, to San Diego. How is it going in San Diego? Everybody's struggling with freezing temperatures, so I hope in San Diego it's a bit better. All right, so let me remove this screen and I'm going to bring this one. So once this crust, we can add an eyelid. I'm adding an eyelid. This just adds a nice dimension around the, around the eye. And then let that crust for a couple minutes and then you can trace the outline for the flames. Now, I ended up changing the design a little bit because the flames on the right, I felt like they were too short, so I'm going to expand them. And you can do the same if you'd like to. Those of you who are just joining in, we are making Chinese New Year dragon cookies. This is a set of cookies that we will decorate today, or I'm going to show you how to decorate. You can find the template for the head in my coffee shop. And Judy, this cutter, let me pause this. So this cutter, it's, let me pause this. This cutter, it's, okay. Oh, I can't really do this. All right, so let's, okay, so this is the cutter, or a template, I should say. And it's available in the coffee shop. I'm just going to put the link for the live stream recap newsletter into the comment section again, because the link to the template is there. Okay, let me remove this and then we can continue. All right. So with the same technique, we're going to create the flames. So I'm starting with the red, same as we did before, and then adding the orange and also yellow. And all of these icings consistencies for the red, orange, and yellow should be about 20-second consistency. And as you'll see, I'm going to move the scribe tool first around the edges to kind of clean up any kind of uneven sections, and then move the icing from red into the yellow, not the other way around. And I'm doing like wavy line, so it kind of looks like flames. My pleasure, Judy. You could even make this bigger if you feel like this is too small, or you could add other element to it. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Now I'm coming with the orange and then yellow. Yes, Heather, I think it's the, it's the lagging. It happens that the comments, they're not coming right away. That sometimes it may take 30 seconds for them to appear, you know? Oh, I need a 3D printer to make all the designs. only to find time, because that's what's missing. It's the time. Well, yeah, yeah, he's on fire. So now I'm going to add swirls because I felt like I needed to add some swirls. So I'm using my scribe tool to create a guide for the swirls, and we're going to use PME piping tip to make the swirl design and ivory colored royal icing, or you can use brown. I'm going to paint with gold luster dust later on, which is exciting. I love gold luster dust or any luster dust. So let me bring up, we need to remove this screen and bring up this screen. So before we do the swirls, I want to start outlining the face, and then we'll get back on track and we'll do the swirls. Where to get the template again? Okay, no worries. So the template, let me just private chat. Let me just purchase templates. You can, I'll just put a link. Let me just grab while I'm outlining everything. And for this, you want to use like a piping consistency icing. You can see my icing is thicker, but it's not like super stiff. You want to be able to push it out of the piping bag and piping tip with ease. You don't want to be like having your wrist cramping up or any pain. Okay, so like a piping consistency, and hallmark of piping consistency is that soft peak. So if you pull up your icing, it should have a soft peak that kind of bends down, but it will never become blended with the remaining icing. So I'm just going to quickly get the direct link for the template. All right. So the template is here. I'll just add the template here. And if I can get back into the studio. All right, here we go. So I'll put it in a comment section. So there, and that is the template. That is template for the head. So now we're just going to add more swirls, and then we'll move on and we'll do the body sections. Thank you, Sally. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, if you wanted to make this a bit more easier, I know Kathy was mentioning in the beginning that this looks challenging from the picture, but as you can see, once you break it down, I think it's feasible. So if you wanted to maybe make it a bit more easier, but you're not worried about losing the dimension, you could also perhaps use stencils instead of piping. Some of these, let's say the flames, you could use a stencil for that. All right, I'm going to add another detail here on the bottom, and then we'll add kind of like scales, but like very random placement just to add some texture in there. And then we'll pretty much be done with this little guy, except I will paint the swirls with gold luster dust, but we can do that in a little bit once I show you how to do the body part. Jeremy, you can do it, I'm sure. All right. And the stencil you could create with the let me just bring this so you guys can see. So this would be I don't know if you can see. Can you guys see? So this would be the template. So you can easily create different stencils using that as well. All right, so let's remove this screen. And oops, what did I do here? Oh, Okay, I'm back. All right, so for the body parts, I'm using 3 different sizes of round cutters with the fluted edge. So as you can see here, I use the marker to draw the outline for the bottom section. That's the belly. And then the top will have the, what are those, the spikes or whatever, what are those called on the dragon? I didn't look up the dragon anatomy, sorry. So I guess the spikes. So the bottom section, I'm using this 20-second consistency icing, and we're letting this crust, and then we can come back and do the remaining sections. This way we have a nice definition in there. Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much, Judy. No, it's not, Jeremy. I am very confident that you can do it. You just have to trust yourself. That's all. Just do it. And so now I'm going to let this crust, and then we can do the middle section. That's also the red icing. That's the same red icing I used for the head of the dragon. So we will have a continuous red head, and then also body, and the wing, the tail will have like a fire, like a flame design as well, which is really cute. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Yes, well, I admire your woodworking skills. I have to say, I think if I had any of those skills, I would be so grateful. Thank you. I'm so glad you like the swirls. I think it softens the design a little bit and gives it a more movement. Thank you for being here, Jeremy. What color are you painting the door stops? Cutting and painting door stops. So now I'm going to create, what are they called? The spikes, are they called on the, I don't know what they're called, on the dragons. So we're going to use ivory icing for this. My initial design, I did something else, but then actually, then you're going to laugh. So I woke up like 3 a.m. That's my usual time when I wake up. And I had this like, oh, I should just use the leaf tip to make it. It will be much faster. So that's what I'm doing here. So I cut the V-shaped opening on my piping bag. My piping bag is fitted with thicker consistency icing, not stiff icing, but like somewhere between. I'd say maybe even like the piping consistency that is not soft. And then we're going to add these, they look like leaves, but they're meant to be spikes. Spikes, are they called spikes? I should be cutting. Okay, icing is very forgiving, though, and any mistake can usually be fixed. Yes, absolutely, I agree. So once the first layer of the spikes is crusted, you can add the second layer for more dimension. Okay. So now we're going to make the scales. Now you also have an option to do the middle section first and then airbrush it or use a stencil. But I wanted to have some kind of texture there that was piped. So I decided to pipe the scale pattern. And I'm using, this is PME piping tip, and it's the same consistency, piping consistency that I used for the swirls. And when you're doing a lot of these piping pattern decorating, ideally you don't want to overfill your piping bag. If your piping bag is full of icing, it's going to be quite hard to hold it for extended period of time. And also it's harder to pipe. So, just put a small amount of icing in there, and it is easy to refill, and you can thank me later. Can you please, Karen? Hello. Oh, Sally. Well, I wish we were at the same time so we could chat, because I do wake up 3 a.m. Like yeah, on time. Karen wants me to start from the beginning. I was baking. Oh, what were you baking? Yes, if it cannot be fixed, it can always be eaten. Absolutely. I make mistakes all the time. All the time. I just don't show you my mistakes. I just threw some mistakes into trash actually today that I was not happy with. Spike Spines, thank you. I go to bed around 3 a.m. when you are all getting up. Oh, wow. So are you a nurse, Susan? Which you work a shift? That's very late to go to bed. So thank you for being here. All right, so now I'm going to bring up my screen here. Let's see if we can, okay. I'm not gonna do, all right, so I need to do this one. All right, so now that we did the head, so it's here. Then we did the body, that's here. I have several, you need several of these obviously. So I did 2 larger ones, then a small one, and then I had a very small one that I want to show you. I showed you in the beginning that I used, and this is a small bell cutter. And this was just like, I was thinking I need to add the feet. So what do I use for the feet? And this was great because you can use it to make the feet. And the feet are finished here. So you get the idea. So you need to do the same pattern on the feet. And also I will show you the tail the last. So now what we have to do, we have to paint. And then I'm also going to paint some flowers. I did some flowers. The full tutorial for this project is going to be in my Patreon group. I'm very, very thankful for all of you waiting for 2 more tutorials. I need to publish those. Hopefully I will have those out this week. For my patrons, I am a bit behind because I was traveling and then I got sick. So, but now I'm back on track, hopefully. And talking about that, let's have a little icing break because I wanted to share you. I just remembered I wanted to share something with you. So last week we did the roses, if you remember. And so Sally, as prolific as always, she already did these because I shared these couple of years ago. But last week I used different colors and slightly different technique. And so Sally sent me her pictures, beautiful cookies. And also this week I shared my new tutorial in Patreon. And that's these envelope cookies with roses and a special message that you can attach using wafer paper. And Sally, I think I can't remember when I released them on Patreon, but like second day, Sally sent me the pictures. So she made the cookies. Aren't they? I absolutely love these. I love that you used red rose and also your messages are beautiful. So thank you for sharing that with me. If you have any pictures of cookies that you created inspired my tutorials, or even just because I would love to see them, so you can send them to me. Okay, let's see about the comment section before I show you that shape. It rings a bell. Oh, you're so poetic. How long does it take you to do the entire design? Well, now, I mean, I have to say the head takes probably the longest. Okay, so I mean, but now that you've seen it, it's not too complicated. You don't have to use a whole lot of colors. So yeah, I don't really time myself. And these, oops, I already released, okay, well, anyway, so these are all the same. So you are saving time on making the spikes. And like I said, for this middle design, you could use a stencil and stencil with real icing. If you decide to do that, you have to do the middle section first. And then do the stenciling and then do the side sections. And then I also did the flowers because I wanted to include something floral there. Okay. Yes, Sally is. I love it that you decorate. It is inspiring. All right, so let's start with this head. So for this, I decided to use a mix of I used mixed of luster, gold, gold luster dust. This is called Metallic Gold Treasure by Rainbow Dust, and this is royal gold. This is gold. Why is it called royal gold? I guess like to me it reminds me of like old gold. Some of the labels on different products would probably say old gold. It's a bit of a tongue twister for me. Royal gold. Okay, so let's get the alcohol here. So now I'm going to, you see this is all dry, but don't worry, I used it today. So I'm just going to add a few drops of Everclear here. And then we're going to mix it and we can paint. Yeah, I'm trying, Heather, I'm trying. All right, so and then we just need to paint over these lines. I'm not gonna do them all during the live. That would probably take a long, well, we'll see. We have a few more things we need to do. But you get the idea. So you paint over. Oops, I added too much. Rushing is not a good idea when you're doing this. Like I was just rushing and I didn't pay attention to the amount of paint I had on my bristles there. All right, so you get the idea. Now I wanted to show you something else. Now all the Chinese dragons, they have horns. So you also need to make the horns, and this is part of the template. So I piped these on acetate, and you can see this one is already attached. These were done in 2 steps, and then a third step is the painting with gold luster dust. So I'm just going to quickly remove it and set this aside. And now since this section is already painted, you still have to paint all around. It's painted, so we can attach this. Okay, now let me just test something because we also need to add a flower. Oops, if I can grab it. So here is my flower, and this is done with Petal Tip 101. And I'm just going to paint this with gold. And this is the same ivory I used for the swirls. Everclear evaporates very, very quickly. And it's a grain alcohol. And so I don't really have to even wait for it to dry, maybe a couple seconds or something like that. And we can remove this. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this flower here. I want to kind of hide, you see, I want to hide the edge. Here we go. The edge of the horn here. I want to kind of hide it. So I think this flower works really well. like that. So to attach it, you just need a little bit of icing. Okay. The old gold is bold but sold. I used to fold it in the mold, but it got too cold. That's a really good tongue twister. I don't know if I can do it, but I wish you guys can join me and I could unmute you. And, Jeremy, especially you, I want to hear you say it at least 5 times in a row. All right, so now we're going to add a little bit of icing on the back here. And this is how you can glue this royal icing transfer on your cookie here. So like I said, so let's say here, so we can hide it. All right, and then this flower is gonna go on the edge there. The only thing is I need to, I think it was covering a little bit, oops. All right. So that's for the dragon. Imagine, like I said, you need to paint everything. And then you also need to paint this section here, the spikes. Hi, Byron. So glad you could join us today. Thank you for coming. Okay, let me just back up here. I see so many comments that I missed. Okay, here we go. Chocolate molded flowers on top of the royal icing will not cause any kind of bleeding. I would, if you decide to do chocolate molded flowers, I would definitely use royal icing for the glue. So it should create a barrier and your flower should be fine. You could also use fondant. Thank you, Linda. What do you mean I almost did it? I did it. The old gold is ball but sold. I used to fold it in the mold, but it got too cold, so rolled out. I read everything you. Wow, this is a really good one. Did you come up with it, or is it old? Okay. Where is it? The comment. I know what you mean, but I think it looks more complicated than it really is. And the full tutorial will be available in Patreon. So for this, you just need to paint. You need to paint the spikes. And like I said, you could use stencil for the scales, and that would also save you save you some time, because as you stencil with royal, you could then easily use the gold luster dust spray pump, and you can quickly go over it, and it will add that shimmer that you're looking for. Next week, we'll do something a bit simpler. I'm going to do. You guys want to know what we are going to do next week? We're going to do. I'm hoping to do baby onesie. Baby onesie cookies. I mean, but we're making cookies. Those of you who are new here and would like to know when I go live, and you would like to join us in the comment section. It gets really fun. I see there everybody's enjoying chatting. You can also sign up for the newsletter, and in this newsletter, part of the newsletter is that you will get a reminder about the live stream about 60 minutes before we go live. And next week in the tutorial, there will be airbrushing, simple airbrushing. So now let me bring up my other flower that I want to include on this. So I wanted to make sure that this flower belongs. Yes, onesies, yeah, like baby clothing, yes. So I'm just going to use my gold luster dust here, my paint, and go around the edge of each petal. Even if it's not perfect. I just want to include some gold there. And then we can glue it onto the body part. Okay, so that's done. So I can remove it. Now on this one, I use the wax paper. Wax paper makes transfers stick a bit more than parchment, especially if parchment is coated. So now let me bring up my finished pieces here so we can see, we can kind of balance where we want to put where I want to put the flower. So let's see. All right, so this is my finished design here. Oh, and I forgot, see, I forgot to use this. I love this stuff. I mean, I'm obsessed. So, my God, like, look, it's like, oh, shiny. All right, so now let's see. So we've got the flowers there. So maybe, oh, and I forgot one very important detail. I see that now. I need to add. I decided to use blue and gold. Blue because it breaks the kind of monotonous feel of this. Gold and red. All right. So that's done. So let's see, let's figure out, we'll put it, I'll put it on this side here. So all you need is a little bit of royal on the back. And then light wiggle here. Okay, now here are these are the legs. And I also have to spray this for a little more shine. And the last component is, let me back up so you guys can see a little more. Okay, you can see the whole thing. All right. So here is the tail. This is the tail. Now you could stack these, like partially stack these on a platter or something like that. You could also, well, no, I was thinking that you could stack them, but no, maybe this one. And then you've got your legs. But this will look nice on a platter, I think. What do you guys think? And if you have company celebrating, somebody can have mini cookies, and then you can share the head because it's a larger cookie. All right, so this was my idea for the Chinese New Year celebration. Since we are entering, or next month we'll enter the Year of the Dragon. And let's see. Oh, Sally, thank you. I'm expecting those around 3 a.m. Okay, I want a picture since you are up that late. Just kidding. Thank you, everyone. Yes, you could also do that. Absolutely. I was also thinking of making this like a puzzle where you trim a section and then you puzzle everything together. So you could also play with that idea. I just want to get it out there into your brain so you can think about it. And don't forget to share this live with your friends, and hopefully they can also join us next time. So thank you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Linda. Thanks everyone for being here today. I will be back next week. No, you were absolutely, you were clear. Yes, I understood completely. Oops. Yes, I'm gonna start a timer. I'm gonna start a timer and I'm gonna be waiting. Yes, puzzle pieces would be really cute. I completely agree. Yeah, that would be really lovely. Well, those of you who are new and are wondering how Karen is going to watch the replay, so the replay is available on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch it at your convenience, and there's a whole playlist with I dare not to count how many lives are there, maybe 100. I don't know. We've been doing them for 2020. Yeah, 2020 before the pandemic. Well, the pandemic brought the lives on, so we should be thankful for that, but not for the pandemic. Yes. So I will be back. Let me change this. I will be back next week. We will be doing baby onesie cookies with some airbrushing. So I can't wait to share all the details. And those of you who would like to support the live stream, here are a couple of ways how you can support the live stream. You can sign up for the newsletter. You can join Haniela's Cookie Club on Patreon. You can also join Coffee live stream membership, or you can shop the templates. It really helps with maintaining the live stream. And you can also sign up for YouTube membership. And as always, you can follow Haniela's on Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I think I named them all. That's where I am. I'm also on TikTok, but I'm not very active on TikTok. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. Enjoy your rest of the week. I hope your heating situation, everyone on in today's live, will be resolved really soon. No fun without heating and water, so hopefully that will be sorted out for you, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye everyone.